there's a reason why I am athlete, and all the things that you're touching right now have exploded because you're not afraid.
That's right.
And I want to go down that line.
Yeah.
Let's go down the line of that entrepreneurial spirit.
Wow. I just got goosebumps thinking about that, and I was just like, man, fear, actually flying out here to the Super Bowl because we're in it right now, opening up our Dallas location, Tampa. We have a show, I Am Athlete. We're launching another show in 2 weeks called I Am Athlete Tonight, where it's a 5-day-a-week show, and we got some other things happening. It's just so much going on, and I was like, man, if you can be you have to really meet fear. Like, you really have to deal with and learn how to deal with fear. It happens, but the ones that can't deal with it, they should never, ever become an entrepreneur or even try. Like, entrepreneur and fear goes together.
Yes.
Right? But it's how you deal with it, man. Like, there's sometimes I wake up every day like, oh my goodness, like I'm fearful. Like, how am I going to get to the next week? How am I going to get through this challenge, right? I've never even been through something like this. I've played football my entire life. And then you just keep getting up. You keep getting up, keep getting up. You got to find a solution. You got to find a way. If you're not willing to go through that, then you should never, ever even think about becoming an entrepreneur, right? Because this phase right here, eventually you break through because you have the reps, right? Like, I grew up playing ball. I started playing ball when I was 6 years old. So there's so many reps I got. I know how it feels to be hit. I know how it feels to get hit the ground and get back up. Or I know how it feels to be injured and the rehab process. I know that. I have so many reps there. In business, these are fresh reps.
Yeah.
So this feels a little, how it is.
It's like
a little harder.
It's like your rookie year, right? Like, all you're worried about is like, I just got to learn how to line up. Like, where do I go to line up in this scheme? Or, hey, how do I run? Where do I stop my route? Right. Yeah. And then you're like, and you're looking at these guys who've been in the league 6, 7, 8 years, and you're like, man, I'll never get to that understanding this game. And then second year, you're like, all right, I'm comfortable with the offense now, and I understand it. And then third year, you're like, all right, now I see the whole defense. I understand what you're doing. I can predict it. And it just happens. But you're in that, I wouldn't say rookie because, man, I've worked alongside you,
right?
And you have a vision and you understand it.
Yep.
But that fear thing is big, man.
Big.
And look, for entrepreneurs, and when you say, hey, look, if you can't do it, don't be an entrepreneur. It's okay if you can't handle it, man.
It's not for everybody.
Because, listen, it takes a team to do it. It takes a team of people. I don't necessarily have to be the entrepreneur and take the risks, right? But I can go kill it doing another role, playing another role.
We have to understand our roles, and that's the thing. That right now, what's happening in sports, everyone's a brand, and it's brand first, team second, and in just the world and business, everyone's an entrepreneur. But you got to really define what entrepreneur is, and you have to really understand that because it's tough.
Yeah, everybody wants to be an entrepreneur right now. Like, that's the sexy thing, right?
Bro,
that's
my
the sexy thing.
Gary V. Didn't you guys have Gary V on your show?
Yes.
How was that?
It was intense.
He hasn't been on your show? No. Wow, you got to get Gary V on your show, man. I'm surprised he hadn't been on your show.
That's one thing we're beating I Am Athlete on.
Yeah.
But you said something a second ago. You talked about fear. And I think that's refreshing for somebody like me to hear because I see I Am Athlete and how it exploded. I see House of Athlete and how it's taken off. I see your career and just how awesome it was. It's good to know, no offense, but it's good to know that you do go through these things.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's good to know that you do struggle the same way that everyody does. Because people listening to this podcast are not athletes for the most part.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
They may think they are.
Right? And it's hard to relate. It's hard to see somebody with so much success and think, oh, he struggles just like me?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, there's another show I'm developing. It's just called This is House of Athlete. It's basically behind the scenes of how we're building this. So I've been filming for about 2 years now. So we have a lot of content, and we're just going to find a home for it. So that's why I haven't released it. But I feel like more people need to see that process. Like, I don't want to wait until we're sitting on the mountaintop in 5 years. And it's like, oh, look at us. Look at our company's worth, and look at all the amazing people that we've blessed. I don't want to do that. I want you to see it now. I want you to see the good, the bad, the ugly right now so you understand that it is tough, man. I call it like a entrepreneur roller coaster. Like today Sirius XM can come say, hey, we got this 7-figure deal and we really want to work with you, right? And then the next day you got 5 employees like, I hate it here. I'm leaving. It's like, what? Like, oh, no, I need you right now. Don't leave.
Yes.
Right? So it's like this roller coaster. And I mean, you could be at the mountaintop one day and the next day you could be in the valley. And how do you deal with those ebbs and flows? Right? So that's been the most interesting thing for me. And probably the toughest transition, toughest part of the transition for me is like managing people and working with people in this realm of life.